For the cool people on the channel series, which doesn't exist, actually, I just made that out.
Okay.
I have here superstar drummer Jon Dette. And today we are gonna set his recording setup here, microphones, interface, preamps, and you guys are gonna see everything. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome back to MixFest TV. Hope you guys are having a great day. Before we start, please check the info box down below for my mixing courses on Pro Mix Academy, free plugins, special discounts and offers, and of course, if you really want to learn how to mix and master professionally, click the join button down here, become a MixFest TV member, access the already big and always growing library of full mixing courses, start to finish, mastering courses, and a lot more. And if the videos are helping you, please consider using the super thanks new feature and support the channel. Let's get to the video. All right, I'm here today with Jon Dette. How are you doing, man?
I'm great, man.
Awesome.
Wait, can I cuss?
You can totally cuss on the channel.
I'm sorry. Earmuffs, kiddos.
So, for those few people who are not familiar with you, let's name drop.
Oh,
tell me
you're ready.
Some of the bands that you've been playing with.
Yes, I apologize to everyone that's not wearing steel toe boots because there's a shit ton of name dropping. Okay, former drummer for the heavy metal band Slayer, former touring drummer for the heavy metal band Anthrax, which is be two of the big four.
Yep.
You know, an honor and a privilege to be, I believe, the only drummer on the planet to play for two of the big four. But also started my career in the early 90s with when I joined the heavy metal band Testament. And I have a band that I've been working with in Australia, a band named Meshiak.
Yep.
And for those of you that maybe a little more rock oriented, you had a chance to, if you're here in the States, you had a chance to see me perform with the rock metal band Volbeat on the recent tour with Volbeat and Ghost.
So this is called drummer royalty. It is.
Well, you know, it's. I'm just very privileged to play for.
Absolutely.
You know, with the artists that I've had.
We are blessed to be working with like amazing people. By the way, shout out to Monty Pittman because yes.
Yes.
And I also found out that this guy was in one of my favorite movies, which was Strange Days. So if you don't know the movie, go watch it because it's badass.
It's badass. Angela Bassett.
All right. Today we are here because you needed my help.
Yes, straight up. Yes.
And Mr. Wolf here came to fix the situation.
Mr.
10 points to who knows the movie reference that I just did right
My
there.
name is Winston Wolf. I solve problems.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm Winston Wolf. I solve problems.
So we are gonna set all your microphones interface so that you can start.
Yes, so I am going to be doing videos weekly.
On your channel.
Yes.
The link is gonna be down below in the box.
It will be on my YouTube channel. And so Dave is here, kindly here to help set the microphones up and get the audio set up.
And this room is most likely temporary and we're gonna move everything in a bigger room right now. But today we are gonna see what microphones I picked for Jon's setup and what interface. That's gonna be really interesting because we are also gonna do a dedicated video on that specific interface today. We're just gonna touch base on why I picked that one. Before we start with the tech stuff, give me a tour or your drum kit.
So my drum kit is a Tama Star Classic Babinga kit. Tama made this kit for me. I love this drum set. The kick drums that you see below here are 22-inch kick drums by 20-inch depth. And then moving up top to the rack toms, I currently have a 10-inch, 12-inch, and 14-inch rack tom, and then a 16-inch, 18-inch floor tom. And then coming back to the snare drum here, that snare drum is a 14-inch bell brass snare, and that is an amazing, I believe it was the Lars Ulrich prototype snare, so it kind of fitting for me being a big four drummer to have a four prototype snare drum, so that's really awesome. And then moving up to the cymbals are all Zildjian, and they are specifically the A custom line. And I like to keep the cymbals pretty symmetrical, and over here my first cymbal is China type, and then I have two main crashes right here, two splashes that are here, another exact China type on the left side as well as the right, And then finally a 20-inch A custom crash over here. Primary hi-hat, secondary hi-hat, which is just an X-hat, and then my ride cymbal, which is a 21-inch ride with a big ass bell on it. So,
Awesome. All right, so the first microphones that we got for Jon are the Roosevelt Mini K47s. These are gonna be our overheads. Reason is because, well, Roosevelt make amazing microphones and they are extremely affordable. We had tested some Roosevelt microphones on the channel before. I was so very impressed. I know them very well. I've been using them to record many different sources. And basically almost our entire set is gonna be Roosevelt and mic parts, which is a twin company that Roosevelt has. And there are some really, really cool microphones that I'm gonna show you in a minute. Let's open the Mini 40Ks first. These are a matched pair from the factory. And one of the reasons because I really like these microphones is also not just the way they sound, but they have such a small footprint that, you know, especially for a drum, and you will see the tom mics as well and the snare mics as well, they are never in the way. I really, really like that they come in such a compact format and with a huge sound. So these are gonna be our overheads. Because Jon has a lot of toms.
That's right.
We have 5 microphones here for his rack toms and floor toms. These are made by Mic Parts, which is the twin company of Roosevelt. In fact, you can see that these microphones use the same body as the Mini K47. These microphones are designed to have a low output, tight cardioid patterns, and a slightly reduced proximity effect, so they don't sound super boomy when used on toms. If you want to get these microphones for your kit, they're called Mic Parts S25TT, which stands for Tom Tom. And now the snare mic. This is an absolute gem. It's made again by Mic Parts. The name is SDC84 High SPL. We just call it the snare mic. It of course can handle all the sound pressure from the snare, and it comes in a hypercardioid pattern to avoid hi-hat bleed, and the top end of this is also slightly softer than other microphones, again to minimize hi-hat bleed. This is a secret weapon microphone. You will hear it. Now for the 2 kick drum microphones, we went for the Beta 91.8. I wanted to get all the set from Roosevelt, but Jon is mostly gonna play metal and rock in the light days. So they explained me that the microphones that they make for kick is not really fitting for that genre, which is a testament of what a cool company Roosevelt is. So we went with the Beta 91A, so we don't need stands in front of the kick drums, and these are industry standard again, and they're gonna sound great. To position the microphones on the drum, we are using the Audyaroad D clamps, so we don't have to use stands. It's a much cleaner setup, and they're gonna work great. So I took the mic clamp that comes with Audyaroad off this, because of course these come with their own metal, by the way, this is not plastic, microphone holder, so they're not going anywhere, and we're just gonna screw this one in. And here's our setup for the tom microphones. Clean, no stands, much better. The snare mic also comes with his holder. Screw it in, and here we go. Mic goes in. Perfect. Let's start mounting these on the drum. Our snare mic is mounted, as you can see. Perfect, clean, no stand, and because the mic comes with the suspension, is very, very isolated. So super cool.
Right there?
This would be perfect if it's perfect for you.
I think that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, our mics are set up. So we have the tom mics 1, 2, and 3 here. We have our floor tom mics right there. We have our snare mic right here, and our overheads Mini K47 at the top. For the overheads, because Jon has such a wide and big kit, we want to make sure that we capture all the symbols. So I went for this spaced pair positioning, and I'm trying to capture all the symbols on this side, and the snare, of course, they are at the same distance from the snare because we have basically a symmetrical kit with 2 kicks, the snare in the middle and the 3 toms. And of course, those toms are gonna fall more on that mic, but that's normal. That's how the kit is laid out. So we are looking good with Roosevelt Mini K47s as overheads and mic parts here on the toms and snare. And now on the cables and the interface. All right, interface for Jon. I picked the new Evo 16 by Audyaroad. The reason, because I picked this interface, well, first of all, we've seen Audyaroad interfaces on the channel before, and they sound great. They have great preamps, great converters, super clean. But this one in particular, which I saw at last NAMM, and I talked to the Audyaroad guys, I was very impressed. And when Jon called me and said like, hey, I need a setup for my drum kit, this was my first thought. The reason is because, let me open it for you. It comes with the same technology of the Evo, the small interface that we've seen on the channel before, only it does it for 8 channels. So, because Jon is gonna record himself, this green button is where the money is at. Because once we set up the microphones, he doesn't need to spend an hour trying to figure out what level the snare mic preamp has to have, and then do the same for the kick, and then do the same for the toms. This has a smart gain function. Once all the microphones are connected, you just press this button and play the part. And the interface is gonna set the gain for you, and you're never gonna clip again. And it takes literally 2 minutes versus probably 40 minutes of gain staging every single piece of kit. This was an easy choice. The price range is great. You have 8 preamps in here. You can expand it with ADAT, and this was the perfect interface for this. And today we are hooking them up. Actually, I did already hook them up to our interface. I installed the drivers on my laptop here, and it was super smooth, just a click. Drivers installed, open Pro Tools, and everything was set up. All right, guys, we are set, and as you can see, the Evo 16 with the computer is right next to Jon, right there. All the channels are engaged, and I want him to do the auto gain, the smart gain, so you guys can see how easy it is. And we're gonna switch to the other cameras so you can see how fast and easy. He's gonna press the green button, select the channels, and then press the green button again and start playing. And the Evo 16 will automatically set all the levels. Let's take a look. All right, Jon, press the green button once, and then select all the channels. Green button again and start playing. Okay. So all the gains have been set, and I'm gonna show you on the Pro Tools mixer, without touching anything in real time, that all the levels are where they are supposed to be. And I'm actually going to record them right here. Jon, play please. And here we are, perfect gain. You can see plenty of headroom All right, we're gonna play this back, and you can see even on the master bus, we're not clipping at all. Plenty of room. This is something that would have taken probably an hour to do all the gains for each individual drum. And with the Evo 16 here, it took 30 seconds. All right, Jon, so you tried the Evo 16 smart gain system. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's amazing. I literally had to spend no time on individual channels, individual toms or mics. It was literally just a push of a button. No, pun intended. So amazing stuff.
So now that we recorded this little test drum fill, the most important thing, how the Roosevelt microphones sound on this kit. So again, we have the tom mics and the snare mic right there, and our Mini K 47s as overheads. So I just want your honest reaction to it.
Yeah.
And you got the super shitty headphones that we had to buy last minute because I forgot mine. So
good.
Keeping in mind that those are absolutely horrible headphones, and press the space bar and there's absolutely no mix, no compression, no EQ. This is just how your kit sounds raw.
Just raw draw.
Raw draw. So
Okay.
give me your first impression.
All right. Sounds really good, dude. That's not mixed.
Nope. There's absolutely nothing on it.
Dude, that sounds mixed. It literally sounds mixed.
It's I heard it before giving it to you because I didn't want.
Even the wow.
It's so clear and punchy.
And I don't even know. I'm not even really hitting hard right now. You know, I gotta warm up. You know, I'm like a level 4 right now. You don't want to see me to level 10. But I'm saying that because I'm not hitting that hard, but I can hear the attack.
Right.
Of the of it sounds like I'm hitting them hard.
Absolutely. Most tom mics, they need a lot of mixing because they sound very boomy. And if you heard, that fill is almost all toms and it sounds so
Exactly.
clear.
Exactly.
Are you happy with the setup?
I'm very happy with the setup, and I just, man, I don't even know what to say. I still can't believe that these mics, we haven't mixed anything yet.
Yep.
So what? That said, what's it going to sound like when we actually mix?
Well,
and how much mixing needs to be done?
Exactly, that's the thing. This, especially for your genre, I don't think at this point there's much mixing needed. Because we like real drums sounds, you know, the less samples the better, especially for the genre that you play.
I couldn't agree more, because the one thing that I am not a fan of at all is triggered sounds.
Right.
And a mix that where everything just sounds unnatural.
Yeah.
And I almost prefer to just have everything opened. It just almost where it just sounds like you're a drummer in a room.
Right.
Playing.
Yeah.
But to hear everything individually and distinctly, and these microphones have just done that.
Yeah.
Without
100%. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I. Hey, I don't even know if I need you anymore, David.
that was the final
Get out of here,
goal.
David.
That was the final goal. They can come to your channel to learn how to play.
Yes, Jon Dette Drummer is my YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
So, and at Jon Dette would be social media.
And now that everything is ready, recording is rolling, you're gonna play a song.
I'm gonna try.
Well, that was awesome, first of all. I think we're done here.
Are we done?
Are we done here?
We're ready.
So,
This is awesome.
thank you, Jon,
Thank
for
you, man.
being on the channel. And guys, I'm gonna bring the session home here, and we're gonna play with Jon's drum tracks.
Yeah.
Subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.
See you guys.
Hands on my neck, hands grab my throat. Lift me up, man, take control. Heart is so gone, my type. Don't you know I fall for the bad type? You play play the role of an angel pretty well.